Scenario Planning for Organizations, an introductory analysis by Jill Robinson.
Scenario planning is a process of defining and elaborating on various alternative scenarios. This helps organizations to consider several likely possible future states, to consider which of those is most likely, and then to develop plans and actions that could account for a number of possible future situations. This approach is known to many professional practitioners as alternative futures planning, and uses a collaborative way of thinking, planning, and acting that explicitly factors in a range of plausible ways in which your operating environment could change in the future. This is a useful strategy for remaining agile and competitive in market environments that are susceptible to large or rapid changes.
When it comes to modeling scenarios, I suppose we're like a team of window cleaners, cleaning the windows for our colleagues who confront a future which is unknown and uncertain. We set the context in which they can envisage how their decisions might play out. Let me be clear. Scenarios are stories about the future, but they're not predictions. They're about understanding where we are today and exploring what could happen in the future. Stretching our imagination and challenging our perception, bringing into view possibilities that we might not have previously considered or understood. Pierre Vark, the first head of the Shell Scenarios team, called this the gentle art of reperceiving. Pierre believed that through reperception, we can pick out elements of the future that have already happened, but whose implications have yet to unfold.
Features of this intervention include large-scale, organization-wide scope that requires involvement and data analysis by many organizational members, sometimes forming a specialized team. Directional planning that focuses on preparing the organization for the future can be used to turn uncertainty into a risk management tool and is adaptable for any time frame.
One undeniable benefit of scenario planning is that it helps organizational members to think beyond their preconceived notions by expanding their awareness of external factors that impact the organization. This can result in members who take a longer view of not only possible threats, but also opportunities that their organization may be able to seize. A major weakness of scenario planning is that no matter how well executed, the findings and projections may never be used to guide future decisions in an organization. The scenarios often need to be actively promoted at appropriate times in order to actually be considered and used.
Some type of scenario planning is currently in use by many of the businesses who are desperately trying to adapt to the changes caused by the COVID pandemic. Demand and supply chains have seen sudden drastic changes. Harvard Business Review published an article advising business owners to adapt your business to the new reality, which describes scenario planning in a nutshell.
A shock like the COVID-19 pandemic can produce lasting changes in customer behavior. To survive and thrive in a crisis, begin by examining how people are spending their time and money. Challenge traditional ideas and use data to actively seek out anomalies and surprises. Next, adjust your business model to reflect behavioral changes, considering what the new trends might mean for how you create and deliver value, whom you need to partner with, and who your customers should be. Finally, put your money where your analysis takes you and be prepared to make more aggressive, dynamic investments.
Jacobides and Reeves go on to recommend methods for predicting the scenarios your business could face in short and long-term situations, such as to dive deep into the data and take multiple perspectives, and other key practices of scenario planning. We are now living through a period of accelerated market changes, leading organizations to predict, prepare, and adapt in compressed timeframes that many have failed to meet. Scenario planning may have become a more critical intervention for organizations than ever before.